Ministers.
We've heard there are 635 IT middlemen that the Government of Canada does business with. Is that number correct?
There are a number of intermediaries.
What is the
very
number?
much. I would very much like clarification of the question, or if my CIO has anything he wants to add.
The question is very straightforward. We've seen, and I'm certain that you're aware of the issue of companies that are skimming 25 and 30% off multi-million-dollar government contracts, two-man operations like GC Strategies and Dalian, Cordex, the list goes on. We've heard the number is 635. Is that number correct? Companies like that.
Dominic?
I can only confirm that PSPC, I think, is the one that came up with this number. I'm not sure that's the specific number, so I can't confirm for sure.
What's the number you have, sir?
I don't have a number specifically on,
Okay,
on
so
that,
Minister,
but I do know that the OCG is doing a horizontal audit, which I think both ministers announced yesterday, looking into the issue, as well as PSPC.
so you don't know, Minister, is the answer.
I announced a horizontal audit yesterday, so I will find out.
The three companies identified for fraudulent billing yesterday, were they involved in ArriveCAN?
And that is being run out of PSPC. I do not believe, but I cannot confirm. And I know that I'm under oath here, so I'm sorry that I cannot confirm that.
Do you know the names of the companies?
I do not.
How many more companies have been identified for fraudulent billing?
That is
You can
not
just leave your mic.
information.
They'll turn it on for you,
Sorry.
Minister.
That is not information that has come to me as president of the Treasury Board.
So you don't know. So yesterday's announcement said that was the first wave. That $5 million of fraud was just the first wave.
Point of order, Chair.
Go ahead on your point of order, Ms. Khalid.
I know that you've been very judicious in talking about relevance, but I do really question the relevance of this point of this line of questioning here, Chair.
Well, I'm going to allow Mr. Barrett to continue with the floor. I heard what Ms. Kuzi had to say, and I'm sure Mr. Barrett will bring it back to where he needs to go. Mr. Barrett, you have the floor. Go ahead, please. I did stop you.
We heard in yesterday's announcement that $5 million of corruption was just the first wave. So that implies that it being the first, that there's more to come. So how many more companies have been identified?
I think it's important to note that we are taking this extremely seriously, referring cases to the RCMP whenever fraud is uncovered, and that is exactly what we will continue to do. And I, as Treasury Board President, do not have the jurisdiction over the referral of those cases. I introduced the horizontal audit that we will be undertaking,
Minister,
an update to the manager's guide,
you
and
said
the
that you
conflict
take it
of interest
seriously,
directive. Of
but
course I do.
you failed to take any action until the Liberal government has failed to take any action until they're dragged kicking and screaming by Conservatives to take action, and that's evidenced in the ArriveCAN scandal. Why
Point of
did
order
you?
again, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Khalid.
The topic of the day has to deal with the federal government's use of technological tools capable of extracting personal data from mobile devices and computers. I don't understand where Mr. Barrett is going. I know that you've allowed him some time to get to where he needs to go. I'd like to hurry him along there, Chair.
And he still has some time, and he has the floor. So I'm going to go back to Mr. Barrett. I stopped your time for 2 minutes, and you're at 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Mr. Barrett, go ahead.
I can only explain it to you. I can't understand it for you, Ms. Khalid. Ma'am.
Sorry, I'm not sure if that Chair.
Yeah, Ms. Khalid.
No, but if
Mr.
a
Barrett
member is
Barrett
going
has
to
the
speak
floor.
to me, then I would
Mr.
like
Barrett
to
has the
understand what he's
floor.
trying to say.
Mr. Barrett has the floor. I'm going to allow him to continue, and I hope that we're not interrupted. Go ahead, Mr. Barrett.
Your Liberal government failed to take any action on ArriveCAN until they were dragged kicking and screaming. We hear time and time again that you take it seriously, but you, Minister, voted against having the Auditor General investigate ArriveCAN. Why?
Actually, we do take it very seriously. That's why I made a very extensive announcement yesterday with announcing the horizontal audit across government. I published
we heard that in your previous
guide
answer,
relating
Minister.
to
Different
the
question this
professional
time.
services.
November 2nd, 2022, you voted against the audit. Why?
Again, I take the issue extremely seriously, and
But
as
not
soon
seriously enough to have the Auditor General
as
investigate.
soon as I read the Auditor General's report,
That you
I
voted against.
got to work to make sure that
Point
we
of order,
have.
Chair.
Mr. Barrett, I'm just going to ask that you allow the minister time to answer the question, if you
Thank you,
don't mind.
Mr. Chair.
Ms.
Thank
Dam-
you, Chair.
Ms.
Yes,
Damoff,
and
on your point.
that
go
was
ahead.
what, he's not allowing the minister to speak. If he's going to
Okay.
ask questions, it would be the polite thing to do to let her speak. And I think it's really rude of a member to call another member dumb in front of
I-
everyone. I think that was completely uncalled for earlier in the way he spoke to Mr.
I didn't hear
McCready.
that language being used, Ms. Damoff, so.
It was pretty
I
close,
pre-
Chair.
Well, it wasn't used in the context in which you said it. Mr. Barrett, you have a minute. Continue, please.
Minister, you've demonstrated your your lack of seriousness on the issue by trying to shut down that Auditor General's report. And again, like I said, this is only when you're dragged kicking and screaming that you take action. Was there a privacy impact assessment done on the $60 million ArriveCAN app?
I want to clarify that I respect the office of the AG extremely seriously. I have read her report.
It's a yes or no question.
I take this issue seriously, and that's why I made the announcement that I did yesterday.
So your defense, and again, you didn't answer the question. Your defense on the question of privacy impact assessments, and there having been no wrongdoing by your departments, is, well, there's been no investigations launched. Ma'am, there's over a dozen investigations that have been launched in your government's $60 million Arrive scam. Well, what does that tell you? If the absence of an investigation implies innocence, what do 12 investigations, what do you infer from that in the case of Arrive scam?
Very quick answer, please.
There was a PIA done on the application called ArriveCAN.
Is there a delay between she seems to be answering my questions out of sequence or missing them.
I can't determine that, Mr. Barrett. Thank you.